guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this look right here. I am back with another tutorial on the cut crease for the hooded eye. I am absolutely loving this technique. I cannot say enough about it. It is just like amazing. It is fun to work with. And what I did differently this week is compared to last week is I did everything in reverse. So I drew my crease first, and then I put in the crease shades, and then I did the transition shades. So everything was kind of done backwards, and I used this little guy. This is a shadow shield, and I used this as a stencil tool for not only drawing my crease, my fake crease, but for putting in the rest of the shadows. And this thing is wonderful because this kind of acts as a outline. So once you have your colors placed using this, you know exactly where to go. So when you remove the shadow shield, you already have an outline and you can have something to follow, and you know exactly where to kind of put your shadows. For me, sometimes they tend to go up a little too high or down too far, or you know, out a little too wide. This is like the perfect tool. This works wonders. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I use this and how I got this look, then just keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you'll be notified of all of my future uploads. And I think you guys know the drill here. Without further ado, let's get into this cut crease. I'm going to start with priming my eyes, and I'm going to go in with MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I am taking this on a Heavenly Luxe dual airbrush concealer. It, as you can see, has a flat side on one and a round domed kabuki on the other, which is really good for buffing it in. It kind of acts like your finger. You guys know that I use this brush all the time. Make sure that you bring your primer into the corners of the eye. You take it all the way on up and out, anywhere where you're planning to place shadow.
And now I am just setting that primer with translucent powder, but you can use a shadow also.
All right, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Vault for today's look, and I'm going to be using the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and it looks like this right here. This seems to be everybody's favorite. And I'm also going to be using her master brush collection from somebody who literally has like over 200 brushes. She just convinced me that I need these in my life somehow because she's such a great salesperson. So I bought the set, and I figured I'd like to have a nice full set that's kind of, you know, not that expensive, that's just kind of great for everyday use. And that's why I got the full set, and because I wanted this. I like this little hard travel case. I figured this would be great for keeping your brushes in and stuff when you travel. So yeah, that's why I got the set. And I do have the Morphe Babes Faves set in here. This is just a collection of some of my favorite eye brushes. I have everything in here from MAC to Bobbi Brown. There's NARS in here, Sigma. What else in here? I think there's a couple Kevin Aquan brushes, Marc Jacobs. There's a lot of stuff in here, but the Babes Faves set is in here. And in her master collection, several of these brushes are similar, obviously, as you guys know, to the Morphe ones. I think this is like the RO. There's one in here that's like the 573. There's one that's like the 441. There's one that's similar to the 433. So there's a lot of similarities in here. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And so when you draw your crease, you want to look straight ahead, and you want to look at the center of your eye. You want to look right at the pupil, and you will see that skin fold come down. And if you just place a little tiny mark right above your eye, right above the center of your eye, right on that skin fold that's coming down, so like right here, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So like right here. So if you can see that. So that's exactly where the fake crease needs to be drawn, and it is just slightly above your natural crease, and that's what you want. And when you go to open your eyes and look straight ahead, you want to be able to see right on that skin fold. You want to see that crease that you drew. So I'm going to go ahead and concentrate and draw because I can't draw and talk at the same time. All right, so to draw the crease, I'm going to be using the Sephora Pro 207. This is the flat angular brush, and I'm going to go into Prowl. I'm going to pick up just a little bit, and then I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to be using this shadow shield to draw my little arch. And you want to line this edge up with the little mark that you put right here, because that's exactly where your fake crease is going to be. And it's also going to be what you can see when your eyes are open. If you're really good at drawing freehand, go ahead and just kind of place a few little lines along the edge and then just kind of connect them together. I think that's easier than just like drawing one straight line. I think it's easier to get it even, and it's easier to get that little half moon shape, but I'm going to be using this. So I'm going to line this up like so. And I'm going to be drawing from here. I'm using the flat angular brush to draw my crease, which is slightly above my natural crease. And then I'm going to flip the brush over and I'm going to be smudging it out. Here I am just checking to make sure that both lines are even. And now I'm just adding a little bit more of that deeper shade and just smudging out my crease. And now I'm picking up a little bit of one of my transition shades, and I'm using it on a JH32, and I am just going to be blending that in to the top of the edge of where the crease meets. So that's how I've got that lined up. I've got it lined up so that just the edge of that crease is peeking through, so that that top shade can blend in to the crease shade. And now I'm going to be picking up another transition color, which is a lighter, and I'm going to be moving that little shadow shield up just a little bit so that I can get the lighter shade just a little bit up above that. And I'm just going to blend and buff that in. Now that my outline is drawn, I've removed the stencil tool and I'm just buffing and blending in those transition shades and following along that same pattern that I made with my stencil tool. Blend, blend, blend. Going in with the JH41 and some concealer to carve out my crease. I kind of hold my breath during this step because I'm really trying to get the lines as smooth as possible. Once I get the outline done, then I fill in on the lid. I try to take my time during this step, getting the lines just kind of as smooth as possible and carving out that crease so that it's nice and defined the way that I want, that kind of little wavy winged out line. And now I'm just picking up a little bit of shadow so I can go ahead and set that concealer in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye really quickly and carve out that. I put some concealer mixed with foundation on the back of my hand. And now I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye, starting with the crease and then filling in the lid with concealer. And now I'm going to be spritzing my brush with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to pick up some of the glitter shades and just sort of pack them on to the lid. I wasn't quite sure which of the two I was going to pick up, but I was just packing them onto the lid. And now using Urban Decay's Heavy Metal Liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy, I am just tracing along the edge and the border between the crease and where the lid color meets. And I'm just going to go ahead and thicken that line up just a little bit. And I lost the clip where I placed the powder shadows right before the glitter shade, but that's the order that I did. I put in a powder shade to set the concealer, and then I used the glitter. All right, so that completes the look. I just finished up my face using the Coco K face palette. I used the bronzer and the blush, and I guess I could throw on a little bit of highlight. I just did this off camera real quick. I kind of saved time to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.